Hello my friends and welcome back to another video. I'm Lionheart89 and this is the video, can Lion defeat Tiger without a mane? I recently made a post about Lion and Tiger and stating, could Lion actually defeat Tiger without a mane? Well, when we get into this fight, when we get into this kind of battle, we have to look at the way in which these animals are going to be advantaged. Now, in a direct fight, I believe Lion would have the advantage. He would definitely have the advantage in a direct fight against a tiger, even if he doesn't have a mane. Because a lion is anatomically built to be very brutishly strong in its anterior section. Now, a lot of tiger fans, and even some lion fans, do not really understand tiger's anatomic design. Tiger's anatomic design is to get on its hind legs and to use the rest of its muscles in combination with the hind legs to generate strength and power. So you'll see Tiger get on his hind legs when he wants to, land a powerful shot, or even when he's trying to drag something like a dead carcass or something, he's using his hind legs primarily. And Tiger is anatomically designed in a way that he has to use his hind legs in combination with the rest of his muscles. He's not designed primarily to utilize the forequarters. So if this is a forequarter exchange, in any case scenario in this fight, Lion is advantaged, and Lion is going to take Tiger down. So when we look at the movie Big Cage, when we look at what happens in this scene, the tiger has the advantage of ambush, and the tiger pins the lion down, not so much with brute strength, but because it seizes the mane. And the lion rolls as a break free effect to actually break free from the hold. So it's not that the tiger is actually physically overwhelming it, though it does create this kind of illusion that the tiger's doing that. It isn't. It's because the lion is so discomforted by the tiger seizing the mane that it needs to roll on the ground to twist its hairs so that the tiger's bite force can then yank it and it can break free. So a lot of people can easily misunderstand this kind of thing. Now, if this is a scenario where Tiger has the advantage of preemptive ambush and Lion doesn't have the protection of the mane, then there is the possibility that Tiger could get a death grip early on in the fight. Because when you look in Big Cage, it's the mane that kind of saved the Lion. The Tiger tried to get a death grip on the throat 3 times in the fight. The mane did save the Lion in that fight. Now, in a scenario where the Tiger does have the advantage of ambush, and he does get, does have the advantage to potentially get a death grip on the Lion. Not saying that's going to be particularly always easy for Tiger to do, but it is possible. So, but not if this is a direct fight. If this is a direct fight, I am not favoring Tiger in this fight if this is a direct fight. Tiger needs to have the advantage of preemptive ambush. If he doesn't, I would definitely discount the possibility of him getting a death grip on a lion, because he's not really going to be in a position to really physically overwhelm the lion. If we're talking about a male lion that is in good physical condition, very strong, the tiger is going to get overwhelmed. And if this is a battle from the forequarter exchange, if this is a forequarter exchange, if this is a frontal exchange between the two cats, the tiger is getting the worst of it. I don't really I've seen video evidence of this. Anytime I've seen Tiger really exchange from the forequarters with like a lion that is actually intentional on fighting it, the Tiger always gets the worst of the exchange. And in this case scenario, it's going to be very difficult for Tiger to really get a death grip, because he doesn't really have the advantage of gravity to apply his bite force to the to the area that he needs to apply pressure. So I'm saying that it's just going to be, I would say, potentially more difficult, for Tiger to get a death grip. I'm not saying it's not possible for him to get a death grip in this case scenario. It may be, but the general likelihood of that happening, I doubt it. Not under circumstances of, direct initiation, because it's just the Tiger, it just doesn't have the confidence to really just be very offensive and initiate an attack to the extent that he would if he were ambushing. He's not going to have the same approach if he comes into direct contact with a lion, because the Tiger is aware of its vulnerability. It knows that it's vulnerable to being suffocated in a direct confrontation with a lion. Now, yes, he might try to take the chance to get a death grip or, whatever, but I think that Tiger is definitely losing to lion in a direct fight. I know that with 100% certainty. He would lose to lion in a direct fight, even if he didn't have a mane. I would say the best chance of Tiger getting a death grip in the fight is preemptive ambush. He needs to have the advantage of preemptive ambush. I would say there's a greater likelihood of Tiger getting a death grip in that case scenario. But I would say, but if this is a direct fight, then lion is going to be advantaged to win, in my opinion. He definitely is going to be advantaged to win. But because he has the strength advantage. And I would say, and that's a big advantage when it comes to exploitation of vulnerability. That's a big advantage, especially between two cats that are vulnerable in the trachea area. Now, Tiger does have that killer instinct, but he just isn't going to have the same level of confidence to really just attack a male lion on the direct initiation. He is aware of his vulnerability, and Tiger's going to want to put himself in a more strategic position where he can get a death grip without the possibility of compromise for himself. So I just think in this case scenario, the lion definitely is favored to win, even without a mane, under direct initiation of combat. The lion definitely wins, but we cannot also deny the lion's vulnerability in a circumstance of preemptive ambush where Tiger could potentially get a death grip. Okay, because in the end of the day, this channel is based upon fair conclusions. I'm not going to be biased. The lion is my favorite animal, unquestionably. But I must comply with the rules of the debate. And I must state the facts for what they are. I don't bullshit. I keep it real. And I state the facts and possibilities of this encounter. And I'm not going to lie just out of a deliberate bias for the lion. It is important to comply with the rules of the debate, and in the interest of fairness to all viewers, including Tiger fans who may even see this video, it's important to be fair. And I will never, sway away from that integrity, because I just don't believe it's right to spread false information. I believe it's uneducated, and I think I think we can all agree that we don't want unreliable information. So I just stick to that, and that's just the way I do things. But the lion definitely can win a fight without a mane, definitely, 100%. And if lion were to fight Tiger without a mane under direct circumstances, under circumstances where a lion was directly initiating and Tiger was directly initiating, he'd win most of them. I'm certain. So, but I would say but there's more vulnerability for the lion under circumstances where the Tiger has the advantage of preemptive ambush. you know, because then the tiger can get a death grip early and the lion is just more vulnerable. So yes, under circumstances of preemptive ambush, tiger definitely has a better chance of getting a death grip in a fight with a lion. But that doesn't mean that he would always succeed in getting a death grip under circumstances of preemptive ambush, because obviously, you know, if these attacks are not coordinated well enough, you know, then they can fail. You know, tiger can intend to get a death grip on a lion when he preemptively ambushes, but that doesn't mean he'll always succeed. It doesn't mean he'll always get the trachea and intended to target that area. So he could definitely fail in under circumstances of preemptive ambush too, and I think it's important to state that also. And another thing for tiger too, even though I would favor the lion in a direct encounter to win, it doesn't mean that he will always win. Okay, like he will probably win most of the time. Lion will probably win most of the time. Not all the time, but most of the time. But he could still lose to a tiger in a direct fight if, for example, lion is the aggressor and tiger is in a very submissive posture where he can basically use his strong hind legs along with his hind claws to target lion's abdominal area and disembowel him, and basically tear his gut open and launch a deadly counterattack and kill him. Tigers do have this capability. They are capable of counterattacking with hind leg counterattacks. Tigers even try to do this to each other when they fight each other. So I've seen video footage of it. I've seen video footage of tigers even doing it to themselves when they're fighting, like potentially to the death with each other. So it's a definite possibility that I can't discount. And I almost exported this video without mentioning that, but it's a good job that I was kind of reminded of that. But a tiger is capable of killing a lion in a direct fight if it does land a hind leg counterattack. So it is important to state that too. So, but that doesn't mean I would favor tiger in a direct fight with a lion. No way. There's no way I would favor tiger in a direct fight with a lion. But I must state, in the interest of fairness, I must state that possibility. But that's it for today, guys. If you like this video, please like, share, and subscribe to my channel. I could use more subscribers on this channel. And I hope to see you again on the next video. Stay healthy, stay safe, and I hope to see you again on the next one.